Hi, I'm Peter Haddock and welcome to another exclusive interview, this time with Cullen Fitzgerald at the Operator Skills Hub. And folks, I love what the Operator Skills Hub says, training the future generation. And Cullen, you have wanted to be in the plant sector, and actually you told me earlier that you've been following these guys, and your words were, been following them for quite a while now, Peter. They had a few machines and now they've got an awful lot. Well, you're absolutely right, because I'm here at the HS2 depot. Behind me is a sea of Flannery equipment. And Cullen, well, the great thing about talking to you today is I want to ask you about why you are on the Trailblazer scheme. This is week 2. Yep. And folks, Cullen is a little bit older than what you'd expect an apprenticeship to be, because Cullen, tell me about the story. It's really interesting. Where did you start and what's bringing you here?
Okay, so I started off labouring back when I was about 20. I worked my way through sort of the construction industry, trying different bits and pieces. I went into groundworks and demolition. I then decided that I wanted to be a plant operator. So I'd done a bit of training off my own back, and I couldn't get a job doing what I wanted to do.
Unbelievable.
I spent a lot of money, a lot of time and effort, and I couldn't do it. The only way I could think about getting there was to try this Trailblazer opportunity, and went from there.
And so what's interesting, folks, and this is what I want you all to look at now. If you don't ask, you don't get, right? Because you phoned these guys up, didn't you? Proactively picked up the phone, phoned these guys up.
Yeah.
And tell me about your first conversation.
God, so I spoke to a young lady called Polly, and I was on the phone for her for a good hour.
An hour?
Yeah, good hour. She's asked me all the questions, why I want to be there and everything else, and one thing led to another, and she sent me an application form. I filled out the application form and I'm here now.
And that's a great story. That's fantastic. So seeing the Flannery brand, contacted proactively, and then actually we've got you here as a Trailblazer. But tell me about what it means to you and what are you going to do? Because the Trailblazer scheme, folks, is not just about an apprenticeship scheme. This, for me, is more like a graduate scheme that Flannery are pushing out there. And that's the difference for you. You've already got it mapped out, haven't you? Tell me, what are you going to be doing?
So my overall ambition is to become a trainer.
A trainer? So you're getting trained by people and you want to be able to then train the next generation?
Yeah, of course. I'd like to get a lot more experience on the plant and learn it all ins and outs. But yeah, my overall is to help people and get people where I want to be, and I can see how difficult it is for them to get here.
Yeah.
I'm going through it myself, so I'd like to make it a bit easier, give them my sort of impact on the world sort of thing.
And that's a really good point, because, you know, it's unbelievable that you got your tickets and you couldn't get a job.
Yeah.
But, you know, what really we need to understand in this industry, folks, is that that should not be happening in this day and age.
No,
should it?
No, not at all.
And we've got people here that can actually be a trailblazer, that can actually help that, change that, and become the next generation. So what excites you about the equipment and things that you're going to be on and the industry?
For me, I want to get on the big infrastructure jobs.
Yeah.
I want to get on to jobs like the HS2 and the big roadworks side of things, because the bigger the job, the bigger the machine. And I like big. If it's big, it's more fun for me, definitely. And I think the other main thing why I'm here is because as a lad, I've watched Flannery's grow and grow and grow, and I want to be the best. And Flannery's are the best in my eyes in the UK.
Now, the other thing, folks, with my favourite project, HS2, is Eiffage Kia for Olia BAM, which is the JV for the area which is closest to me in the West Midlands here, has actually done some more sort of apprenticeship training and talks with people like yourself to actually explain how they need you and what they want you to be doing. So tell me a little bit about that experience.
Okay, so before I started the apprenticeship, we had to do a 3-day online course with EKFB, and it's just basically just to give us the general outlay of health and safety, not what to do on site, and just so we know that when we get here we've got to be on our best behaviour and do what we've got to do.
Yeah, because this is a flagship project, folks, you know, and they're investing a lot of money here. And what they've got to do, actually, as a main contractor, is they've got to bring in talent, and they've got to make sure that that talent knows that they're going to support it, haven't they?
Yeah, of course. And it was definitely an eye-opener and a refresher to get you thinking in the right direction.
And that direction, folks, is London to Birmingham, and then hopefully further on to Manchester. And you've certainly got a lot to dig and a lot of earth to move, haven't you, for that project. So great to see that the actual hub here is combining the skills, but also that Flannery are introducing you to the end customer.
Yeah.
You know, which is who you're actually understanding we're going to be working for.
Yes.
The other thing is they're investing in technology as well. So, you know, you're going to be able to learn all of the sort of things about 3D machine control and how that works, aren't you, as well? And that's going to be important for your future in the industry, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, everything's going sort of computerised. And at the minute, the construction industry is sort of developing into the sort of GPS side of things. And it's really interesting because my first initial impact when I walk through them doors, you get past reception and there's 3 simulators set up and it shows you how it all works. It's just amazing. Like it literally took my breath away as soon as I walked through the door. It's like, this is where I need to be, this is what I want to do.
And that's it, he's here, folks. It's what he wants to do. It's why I'm here, because when I spoke to you on the phone before this interview, I'm like, I'm coming down. I'm picking it up. We're going to be outside the brand new Operator Skills Hub, and we're going to have this conversation in front, and you don't have to get on the phone with me this time, because this is what we want in the industry, folks. And remember, this is a career opportunity, but it's not just about school leavers. It's about people like yourself, 29 years old, just determination to do something. And guess what? You might live in Essex, folks, and this might be here in the Midlands, but I'm sure you're going to be on HS2 pretty quick, aren't you?
I hope so.
And it's my favourite project, so I'm going to meet him up when he's on HS2, folks. Thanks so much for coming to talk to me today. A brilliant story, and I wish you all the best luck with Flannery and the Trailblazer. And I'm, folks, going to be trailblazing a path with this young man. He's younger than me, so I can call him a young man, and seeing how he gets on in the future. And you, folks, need to share this and listen and share it with everybody else so that we can get more Trailblazers and we can get this Operator Skills Hub packed full of people like yourself. Thanks very much for
Thank you, mate.
to me.
Nice to see you. Cheers, mate.